Okay, hi everyone. Here is the WIX site, the website that we're going to be using to make our websites. They offer free templates for photographers and many other types of businesses. Now, the website is www.wix.com. If you go there, you'll start at this page and it'll ask you to sign in. So you click on that sign in button and it'll direct you to go to either entering your email. If you click I am a new user, you can enter your email or password, or you can go over here and sign in with Facebook or your Google+. I'm just going to sign in with my Facebook account because that's just simpler for me. I have Facebook and it's really simple to sign up. And then it is going to direct you to an accounts page where you get to choose the template that you're going to be using for your website. So here's that accounts page, and it shows kind of the websites that you've been using, some news and stuff like that. But we're going to go to templates, and it's going to go to a page which has various different templates for all different kinds of companies. You can see there's all different types of companies here. We're going to go down to the photography section and it'll have templates for photographers. And I think I've looked through most of these templates, and the best one for you guys is going to be on page number 3. So down at the bottom of page number 3 there's this template called online photos, and we're just going to click edit. That'll be the template that we're going to be using for class. Later on you can use your own template if you'd like, or choose another template from the many templates they have. You also can pay for the service, which takes the wix.com off of the end of the website address. But that's all later. So this is our basic website template, and we have our navigational buttons up here. We have the name, which you can change, the copyright information, and some buttons for your social media. And in the middle we have a slideshow for our photos, and this is going to be the slideshow that we'll be using, only we'll add our own photos in here. If you ever want to see what the site will look like once you go online with it, once you launch your site online with it, you can go and select that preview button and get into preview mode, and then you can see what the site looks like when you are using it online. So this site is offline right now, it's just in the editor. When you're finished uploading all your photos and changing these slideshows and changing all the navigational buttons, you can click save and then publish. And once you publish it, it will go live and everyone can see it at the address which you choose. So the first things to be doing before we get started uploading our photos is to just simply change the name, and you can do that by double clicking there, and you can close this. And if you double click on the name, a little box will appear and you can see it has add animation or edit text. We're going to select edit text, and then we can just type in whatever text we want to. I'm going to put my name, so Skylar Burt. You can put your name, and you also can highlight the text and choose a different font. You can choose whatever font you would like. Make sure you choose something that looks professional. You wouldn't want to choose something like I don't know, something that was silly. So choose a font that looks professional, that kind of matches your brand, whatever that might be. Maybe I will choose, let me see, yeah, that looks good. Nice and simple for me. Now I see that it's put it on 2 lines. I don't really want that, so I can click and drag this box out and it'll go back to 1 line. Okay. So there we go, I have my name, and I can also change the font for these buttons as well. I'm going to go next down here to this copyright information, and I'm going to change the copyright information to 2014 and then put my name right here, Skylar Burt Photos or Photography, whatever your company name is. And click there, and that's editable. And I'm going to go over here and change, double click on these social media icons if you'd like, and add your own addresses to them. So I could add more social media icons. I can also change the look of these social media icons by clicking on the button that says add social icon. Now, let's say for Facebook, let's say I wanted to keep all the same kind of style for all my social media icons. Let's maybe say choose this black square, or maybe Facebook black and white. So I'll choose that, go add icon. I can throw away these other ones by clicking on the trash can. I can add some more. Let's say I wanted to add my Twitter, and I'll choose Twitter black and white, go add icon. And then maybe I'll add one more and make it, let's say, Instagram, and I'll choose Instagram black and white and add that icon. Now, to add the address, I just click on the icon and go add link, click web address, and then it'd be http://facebook.com, and then slash whatever your company name is or whatever your page name is, like Yellow Street Photos for me. And then select open a new window and click OK. And for Instagram, I'm not sure what it is. I'll go and look for that later. And Twitter, I'll go look for that later too as well. And I can click OK, and I can move, now I can move these icons so they go inside of my little frame. There's these little dotted lines, and that's really where you want to design everything in between these dotted lines. You don't really want to go outside of the dotted lines. So I can click and move that over here and line it up with my copyright information. And it looks pretty good. And now if I wanted to see and check them to make sure that these icons go to the links, I could go preview, and I could scroll down, and I could click on the icon, and it should send me to my Facebook page, which it does. So there we go, and I can see my Facebook page, and now my viewers will be able to see that too. So to get out of this preview, I can just click back to editor, and now I can continue on customizing the rest of my page. I'm going to start by deleting some of these categories. Now, for me, I'm just going to have 2 galleries, an about page, and some video pages. So I'm going to start by renaming and deleting these galleries that I don't need. So I'm going to click on the Pages button over here, and I'm going to delete 2 or 3 of these categories. I'm going to delete 2 of these categories. I'm going to go to the Settings button, click on that, and then press delete. It's going to ask me, do you want to delete? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to choose another one, and I will delete that as well. Click here and press delete. Now, so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have my about page, which I'm going to move to the very end. I can click on the little box here, and my arrow will appear, and I can move that to the very end. And now it says home, landscape, video, and about. But I don't really do I don't really need a home page, because I just want it to start right at my photos. So I can change the name of this home page, and I'll put food, because that's my category. So I'll put food, and then I'll click done. So now I have food, landscape, video, and about. Now, the about page, there's 2 pages. There's this page and then a contact page. And I really only need the contact page. I don't need the about page, because I can write information here if I wanted to. So I'm just going to move this contact page out from underneath the about page. You see how I did that? So now it is separated from the about page, which is really helpful. So now I can go and delete my about page, which I'm not going to be using. If you'd like to have 2, you can, but I don't think it's really necessary. So now it just says food, landscape, video, and contact, and that's the only navigational buttons that I'll be needing. I'll have one food gallery, one landscape gallery, some videos, and a way for my clients to contact me. All right. The next is to add some photos to these galleries. So I have a food gallery, and if I click over here, you can see that I have a landscape gallery as well. I don't really like this style of a display for the images, so I'm going to choose a different style. I really like the slideshow I see here, so I'm going to get one of those onto this landscape page. And I'm going to do that by clicking on the settings button. I'm going to do that by clicking, going to the food page, clicking on the settings button, and click duplicate. So I'm going to duplicate this page. It's going to ask me to rename it, and I'll just choose landscape and click OK. So now I have the exact same page, and I can move this up so it's right next to the food. I can go to this landscape page and delete that page and say OK. And so now I have two galleries that are exactly the same. One that looks like the food page with the same slideshow viewer. So now I'm going to start uploading my images. I'm going to go back to this food gallery. I'm going to close this, and if I double click on this little slideshow button here in the middle, it's going to ask me if I want to upload images. I'm going to say yes, I do. And the first thing I'm going to do is delete these photos, because I'm not going to be using those stock photos that come with the website. And I'm going to click add images. So it sent you to a new box which will ask you to upload your images. Now I've already uploaded the images that I've created in the previous tutorial. So I have my food and story here, and I have my landscape photos down below. If you want to upload your images, just click on the upload images and then select the images from your desktop. I'm going to press cancel on this. I'm just going to select the images that I want to appear in the slideshow. Actually, I'm just going to click on all of them, and I'll probably organize them later. So I'll click all of these and add them to my slideshow. So it says add images. I'll click on that. They'll appear here, and now I have an opportunity to organize my images in the order that I want them to appear. So I'll probably have that image first, and then maybe I'll have an image like this, and I'll move it over there, and then maybe an image like that, and then maybe this image right here, this image. Maybe I'll keep all the B ones together. I'll do some more portraits and a landscape, sure, and some food. There we go. So now I have them in the order that I want to, and I can also title my images. So I can click on this one and I can give them a title like Honey Farmer. And this will help when people are searching for the image. I can also add a description and a link, but I don't really want to add a link to these images. I'll just keep them like that. And I suggest that you go through each one of your images and add a title and description, because that'll help it out when people are searching for a specific thing. Like, say, some of my customers are going onto Google and searching Oman honey, and my website will now pop up because I've added the keywords honey, and I'll probably add maybe Oman, so now they can search Oman honey farmer. So everyone will find my website when they search Oman honey farmer. Once you have them in the order that you would like, click done, and the new slideshow will appear with your images. And there we go, and I can preview to see this slideshow, and just click preview, and now I can see my slideshow in all its glory. And you can see, because we made these diptychs using the vertical images, it looks really nice and clean as we cycle through our images here. If the vertical images are bigger than the horizontals, the viewer will go up and down, up and down. Every time it sees a bigger or smaller images, the viewer will resize, and it'll be very annoying for the users that are using your website, when they're just trying to look at your images, you really want to make it as simple and clean as possible for them. So this looks like a really nice slideshow, and I'm really happy with it. Another reason to change the title is because you can see that the title appears here in the kind of caption for the images. And you don't really want to see, have people read the name that you put for your images. Nobody wants to read that. They want to read some more information about the story. So it's good to put a description and a title in there for each photo. You can see Oman honey farmer. It looks really nice next to this picture, and it adds more information to the story so people know what the photo's about when they come and visit your site. Okay, so I can go back to the editor now, and I can go to this landscape page, and I'll just click on that, and I can change the photos in my landscape page. I can delete these. So I can delete those, and then I can add new images. And I'll just choose all of these landscape images and go add images. Now I can organize these images any way I'd like. Maybe I'll put that one first, and maybe I'll put that one at the end. And there we go. And then I'll again title these images, like Oman landscape, or something like Jebel Oman. And click done, and now it creates my new slideshow. And again, I can go to preview, and I can see if the slideshow is working and how nice it looks. It looks very beautiful. And that's pretty much it. Now, to go to the video, the last thing to do would be to go to the video and change these videos. So I'm going to go back to the editor, go to my pages, go to the video page, and I'm going to double click on this. It's going to ask me for my YouTube URL. So I can either, if I know my URL for my YouTube video, I can copy and paste it into here, or I could search for the video using their search function. Enter my search, I can enter the name of my video up here. Let's say I want Jebel time lapse Oman, and search, and it'll show me all the videos for the words that I put in here. Mine is the first one, so I'll add that, and there you go. You can see that my video has appeared now. And I can go and preview this, and I can play it if I wanted to, and it'll play, just to make sure everything is working. Yep, everything is working, so that's great. I'm just going to go back to the editor, and the next thing I would do would be to change the title here of the video. Maybe I'll put Jebel Oman, and I'll probably just delete this information. It's not really useful for my viewer. And then maybe I'll write in some more information here. This video, spelling, this video is about the beautiful mountains in Oman. And then I would go and add this other video as well. Or if you only have one video, then maybe I would just click and delete this video and delete this box here as well. And then you could actually stretch out this video if you would like to make it bigger. Okay? Alright. So when you're all finished and everything is finished, you have all the navigational buttons correct, you have your images up there, you have your title and your copyright information and your social media buttons and your videos, and everything else is working, and you've previewed it and it looks good. Go ahead and save your website, and it's going to ask you to name your site. So whatever you type in here is going to go after this backslash. So the website's going to be http:// your name, or whatever name you use to sign in with. If you signed in with Facebook, it'll probably be your Facebook name. and then .wix.com/ and then whatever you type in here. I think it's probably best to just type in portfolio. That keeps it really small so it can fit on, the address is small so it can fit on a website, and it also tells people what they're looking at. I wouldn't put something that was abstract here because it would confuse your viewers or your clients or your customers when you hand them your business card or something like that. When you pay for the site, you can get rid of this .wix and it would just say skylerbert.com. So that would look much more professional, but that's only if you pay for the site. If you're just using the free service, then you always have to have this .wix.com on the end. It's not a big deal until you start making some money. When you start making some money, you pay for your own site, and it's really simple. So I'm going to put save now, and it's going to save it. And then that's it. It pops up and it says, congratulations, your work was saved, and then you just click OK. Now, before you publish it, I would make sure you bring it to class and show me. At this point, you're finished. You have a site. You can preview it. It works. But before you publish it, before it goes live onto the internet, you want to make sure that all the spelling is correct, all of your titles are done, everything looks nice, you know. And then you want to, once it all looks nice, then you want to publish it and make it open for the whole world to see. But before then, make sure you get everything perfect, you know. So bring it into class, we'll look over it, and we'll make some comments and critiques and stuff like that. But it should be super simple if you follow the directions. If you have any questions, bring them up in class and I'd be glad to answer them for you. Or meet me after class and we can sit and do it together. Alright, thank you again, and I'll see you in class.